Hello, everybody. Welcome into your Talking Fitchburg update on this Monday, April 20th, 2020. I'm Jeremy Crosby, coming from you from my home. And another beautiful day out there as we continue to do our updates here via remote. Still getting everything out to you online and through the web, through our channels, live streaming. We've got it all. Well, I guess we're not live streaming technically, but we're going to get back to that here soon, and I'll give you the details here a little bit later in this update. But first, we'll go right to our first story, which is the COVID-19. And I just want to remind people about the services that were out there, or the city services in this response. So the Fitchburg Library, we haven't heard back yet. I know the governor saying that Fitchburg, not Fitchburg, but libraries in general can do drive-up service. We haven't heard if ours is going to be doing that yet or not. So Fitchburg Library remains closed at this point. Fitchburg Senior Center as well remains closed through April 30th, but I believe that will be extended through May. We'll keep you up on the details there. Senior Center continues to offer transportation for grocery shopping errands and medical appointments. You can also check in with social services. Amy, Jordan, and Sarah Volker's all available for you down at the Senior Center if you want to get information on that. And home meal options are available Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays only. Check in with that meal program coordinator, 270-4290, for information on that. Fitchburg Fire Department has announced, again, no activities, non-emergency activities happening at the Fitchburg Fire Station. That's still in effect. Fitchburg Parks and Recreation Department has canceled all programming. Again, I think this will be extended through May. We'll keep you posted on that as it changes. City's Clerk's Department as well is in office, but City Hall is closed at this time, so we won't have any information for you there. Besides, when you do get there, you can call 270-4200 to make an appointment. If you need to, building inspection is taking by appointment only as well. So if you need to get a hold of them, their information here is on the screen. This all is available, again, on the city's website, fitchburgwi.gov. That's where you can find all of these updates, and we'll continue to update them as they come in. But the situation is still ongoing, and again, we'll continue to provide updates on the closures as they come in here on our updates. Other things for the day, we've got the hydrant, spring hydrant flushing going on. Utilities started this last week and are continuing it this week. Flushing will occur Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Due to the flushing water may be temporarily discolored. Discoloration can be cleared by opening your cold water tap to full flow for a few minutes. Please do laundry in the evening when the water is clear to avoid damage to clothes. Again, this goes through Friday, April 24th. And if you got any questions, you can contact the Utilities Department. They'll get you the information you need. All right, Fitchburg Fitchburg Historical Society, has already canceled some of their programmings, and now they're suspending the dues for 2020. Fitchburg Historical Society Board of Directors voted to suspend 2020 dues since we had to postpone our annual meeting and presentation for the fall, in addition to our concern for those facing financial hardships. For those that have already paid for their dues for 2020, they can request a refund, apply the money to the 2021 dues, or designate it for donation. By default, due payments for this year will be applied to 2021 unless we hear from you. At this time, the post office is not delivering mail to a closed library, so it may take a month or so before we receive any checks. In addition to the mail service, we are currently unable to answer phone messages. However, we can use our email account with any communication, so if you would like to email them, the information there is on your screen on how to do that. Send them an email, and they'll get back to you as soon as they can. All right, Wisconsin DOT, Fitchburg Police Department, Dane County Sheriff, they're all saying this. Drive responsibly. Well, there's not a lot of people out on the roads. doesn't mean it gives the excuse to go a little bit faster. So it says here, just because the traffic volumes are down doesn't mean you need to speed up. Support your emergency responders and healthcare workers by driving responsibly and making essential trips. Buckle up, obey traffic laws, and help prevent traffic incidences. All part of DOT's campaign to keep you safe when you head out there. So please, please, please drive responsibly when you're out there. I know a lot of less cars. Easy to get to places now, but again, especially on the interstates, traffic, you'd be going pretty fast on there. So slow down if you can. All right, the wildfire danger is definitely in full gear. There were a lot of wildfires over the weekend, and we want to make sure to keep you safe with a few reminders here. So first, let's go to the map showing you just where that fire danger is. And this is as of this morning, so we're still in a moderate fire danger here in Dane County and then across the state. And again, several wildfires, including, I think there was like a 200-acre wildfire up in Juneau County. So please, please, please adhere to this. Burning permits are suspended. And this is including the city of Fitchburg. In order to protect the health and safety of our citizens, Wisconsin are taking proactive measurements by suspending all DNR burning permits until further notice. Therefore, all burning debris and barrels, piles on the ground, and grass or wooded areas with annual burning permits in DNR protected areas is prohibited at this time. Burning permits are required by the Wisconsin DNR and DNR forest fire protection areas. In conducting birds legally, burning of legal materials on the ground that are not comply with snow-covered areas. So you can't be doing that. Elimination of ignition sources to the landscape reduces the fire risk, smoke for vulnerable populations, and person-to-person contact. Emergency responders and firefighters have increased need to keep the need to take pandemic precautions. So they're just really busy with the COVID-19 stuff is what they're getting at here. So please report any fires by calling 911 immediately. Going back to talking about that fire danger, here are those categories, and I said moderate. We're actually in very high. So I even had it wrong. Mr. Jeremy, who knew? No, you know that. I got to get it right here. I'm sure Andrew is just shaking his head right now because I can see him shaking his head. Yeah, we're in a high dangerous, and I'm trying to read it. Dangerous coordinated fires start early and spread quickly during these dry and windy conditions. And why the push all of a sudden for burning? Well, actually, this isn't the first. Spring is actually the highest time on average for wildfires, and this is according to Wisconsin DNR. On average, over 4,000 wildfires occur in Wisconsin each year, with the majority of them being in the spring. So not only have we had the what would call the perfect conditions for fires right now, springtime definitely brings that on. So please, 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 please. Avoid doing fire. We went and saw the lights at the airport last night and saw some people burning in the dark, thinking that was okay. I don't even know where to begin to say that you should not be burning anything at this time. Either way, here in the city of Fitchburg, we can't be doing that. All right, moving on here. We're moving on to the Wisconsin Emergency Management releasing COVID-19 could be affect your severe weather sheltering plans. So we've seen this in Mississippi and some of the areas that have been hit with severe weather recently. So glad Wisconsin's putting out something here. With severe weather season underway in Wisconsin, it is essential that people reevaluate their planning in anticipation of effects of COVID-19 that could have when they take shelter. While it's important to practice good social distancing, Ready Wisconsin encourage everyone to make sure that that it doesn't prevent them from seeking safety during severe weather, such as thunderstorms or tornado warnings. While people are following Governor Tony Evers' safer at-home order and limiting non-essential travel, there is still a potential that you will be out in the community when severe weather strikes. There also are many people who often rely on public facilities for sheltering during severe weather events. People should be aware that many community shelters, such as the government-maintained buildings, may currently be closed due to the pandemic response. So some of those shelters you may think about when you're out may be closed, so something to think about. And any decision to keep those facilities open to the public is at the discretion of the agency that owns and maintains those locations. If somebody typically relies on a community shelter during severe weather event, Wisconsin Emergency Management encourages them to verify the statutes of the location and adjust their plans accordingly. This should be done there in the severe weather in the forecast and before any warnings are issued. People also can take steps here for themselves to basically, when severe weather is kind of coming in, you should be using those multiple outlet sources like your weather radio. Have your cell phone on and ready to go. Sign up for those weather alerts and make sure you have that plan in place. Maybe you got to put in some masks into your tornado shelter or have it ready to go when you go out. More tips at readywisconsinwi.gov, and you can get those. All right, finally, the Flight of Lights. Just wanted to quickly get this out to you. Went and saw it last night. It's really cool, but keep in mind if you do head out on it, there's really only one way to get into it, and you should come down International Lane off of Packers. That's the only way you're going to really get into this, so do not cut across there and try to enter, because there's a lot of line of cars there that will not probably let you in if you're sneaking in. And when you do come into it, you're going to want to stay into the right lane. It will encourage you to stay to the right as you go through the lights. But a lot of fun. This runs through May 10th. You don't have to get out of your car. You stay in your car. Kiddos can see lights on both sides, and really great opportunity to get out and have some fun. All right, that does it for me in this update. I'll see you on Wednesday. Until then, this has been a Talking Fitchburg update on this Monday, April 20th, 2020.